20 UGC ads a day, one Claude conversation, literally replaced almost every single step within your marketing agency.
Claude and Higgsfield can now automate 90% of our social media content in under an hour.
Claude just changed how we create content forever.
You can now generate hundreds of high-converting ads in minutes.
Claude, Higgsfield, unlimited ads. I'm telling you, you literally can't scroll for 10 seconds right now without one of these AI hype videos hitting your feed. There are literally thousands of them, all telling you the exact same thing, that Claude basically just made marketing agencies obsolete. And the hype is so loud, so confident that it kind of has to be true, right? Well, look, here's what none of these videos are telling you. Almost every single guy here makes their money making videos about AI, not making money with the AI output, and that's a big difference. These guys aren't marketing guys, they aren't running ad accounts, they're selling you the dream because hype, fear and urgency sells the click, okay? And that's the entire business model. And then on the complete other side, you've got guys like Sean Hanif, founder of Genflow, a $100 million agency, telling you it's all hype.
There's a guy the other day, he goes, my AI employees make my content for me now, whatever, and it was a full post. And that literally was a manual post that he typed up. And that's precisely what is happening in the market today.
So who's right? The AI YouTubers or the guy actually running a 9-figure agency? Is Sean just not up to date, or do these guys know something that he doesn't? Because honestly, you can't deny that Anthropic is basically shipping a new feature every single day. Claude Design, Claude Code, routines, skills. They are literally on a generational run right now, steamrolling one company after another. So in this video, I'm going to give you clarity. I'm Simon, I'm running a marketing agency. Over the last few months, I've generated over $600,000 from my clients running ads. I use Claude every single day to do it. And in this video, I will show you exactly what it can do and what it absolutely can't. All with one filter. Does it make money? Yes or no? Now I can't show you my real clients for privacy reasons, which is why we're going to create a fake one from scratch. Let's call him Pablo. And in this video, we're going to try to automate 100% of his marketing together live. I'll walk you through the exact step-by-step workflows, the exact skills, the MCP integrations, the Claude projects that I'd actually deploy for a client on a rev share. And we're going to rate Claude across the 3 things it would actually need to fully replace Pablo's marketing team. Number 1, media buying and data tracking. Number 2, market research and ideation. Number 3, copywriting and actually writing ads. By the end of this video, you're going to be able to steal these exact AI-assisted workflows and drop them straight into your business or agency. And most importantly, you're going to know how to protect yourself from all the AI hype out there and stop churning out AI slop that looks cool but never actually sells. With that being said, let's get right into it. Number 1, media buying and data tracking. To be able to scale an ad account, Claude would need to make the right decisions at the right time based on the right data, okay? So it would need to be able to audit campaigns, identify winners, winning ads, kill losing ads within those campaigns, and then optimize the KPIs through a bottleneck analysis. And yes, I think I need to give this points to the AI hype YouTubers. Just look at what I've built. I built this dashboard here fully with Claude Code. Okay, this is a mock dashboard that I built for Pablo, but we've actually got dashboards like this installed across all agency clients. All the data is finally in one place. And if you're running a business or you're running ads, you know how important it is to make decisions based on the right data, okay? And now finally, I can see all the data from my sales funnel. This is a call funnel, by the way, all in one place. So I can see exactly how our VSL performance is. I can see the VSL booked calls by closer. I can see the booked calls by funnel. I can see the application rates, the cost per application, cost per landing page view, my daily spend. I see my ROAS, my cash collected, my revenue, my cash ROAS, my contract ROAS. I can filter by time, as you can see over here, last 90 days, last 6 months, today, yesterday. It then compares the current trend in our ad account with the last previous 7 days, okay? So it gives me an entire comparison chart. And here comes the best thing. Claude literally built a better version of the Meta Ads Manager, as you can see over here. It groups our ads by top money makers. It shows me exactly how much calls we book per ad, how high our cost per booked call is, how high our cost per qualified call is, how much revenue we've generated from this ad alone, how high our revenue per spend is, how high our ROAS is, does it for all the ads, groups them by funnel because we've also got some DM funnels running here. Okay, I can go into my campaigns, look at the different ad sets, see the ROAS per ad set per campaign. Now, this is all done through MCP connectors. As you can see, we've got our Airtable connected where we're tracking all our sales data, okay? So the sales team fills out their sales report forms. We see the exact call outcome, the exact revenue, the exact cash collected, okay? Everything tracked in Airtable. Claude can then access Airtable, so I no longer need to manually go to Airtable, then manually go to Meta Ads, then manually go to Wistia, manually go to Webinar Jam. I have everything in one place. And this literally saves me dozens of hours every single week. And once I've built this dashboard for my clients, I literally just made 3 adjustments within the campaign because I had so much clarity on what was going wrong in the account. And it gets even better, guys. This dashboard is running on a VPS, on a virtual private server. And on this VPS, you can upload all your SOPs and you can even automatically connect your Granola, Fathom, or Zoom API so it can automatically fetch and scrape all the Zoom calls that you have, all the looms that you've ever recorded, automatically upload them to the VPS, and then Claude can search through all these details there and make decisions based on the SOPs that you have in place, okay? And as you can see, it actually recommends me actions based on our SOPs. So for example, here, contract row is far ahead of cash row is, and then the recommendation is make sure collections and follow-ups are chasing it. Over here, Instagram funnel, acquiring most of the volume. Instagram is booking more calls than the BSL funnel. Make sure to scale this funnel. Your outputs are always as good as your inputs. If you personally don't know how to run ads, you can't expect an AI that is trained on your data to be able to run good ads. You need to feed it the right data and SOPs upfront. And the best thing is you no longer need to leave Slack to receive all the data. As you can see over here, we've got something called routines or cron job installed where Claude automatically every single morning at 9 a.m. my time sends us a full data report based on the metrics that we're optimizing for. Okay, it runs a skill that tells it exactly where to fetch the data from and what we want to optimize for and gives it us in the right output format. So we no longer need to leave Slack. We've got everything in one place. And it's also extremely helpful for client communication because I no longer need to copy and paste all the outputs there, put it in Claude and make a cool report. No, it automatically does it every single morning, which helps our client get extremely much clarity on what's going on in his business right now. And it lets us identify bottlenecks before they actually become a massive problem. As you can see right now, this is the daily routine that we're firing every single morning. It has access to all our connectors over here, okay? It has a full instruction / a skill on what to do and where to pull the data from, and it's running every single day on autopilot, okay? You can simply set this up within Claude Code routines and turn a skill into a cron job, into a routine that runs every single day on autopilot. Okay, so to recap real quick, Claude's media buying and data tracking skills will save you dozens of hours every single week, okay? They will help massively with client communication. They will give you data clarity, one of the most important things, because this has a massive high ROI. Unbiased rating here after testing it is a 10 out of 10. Now, in terms of media buying, in terms of actually creating campaigns and performing actions within your ad account that will instantly affect your ROAS, I would take 1 point away and give it a 9 out of 10, okay? Because these are very crucial decisions. And if it screws up, who's gonna be responsible? You, okay? And one small tweak here, one Advantage Plus feature within your Meta ad account can screw up your entire campaign. And keep in mind, Claude can make mistakes, okay? When you go to Claude, the first thing that it will say, Claude is an AI, it can make mistakes. So even its data analysis can be flawed so that your decisions that you take within the ad account might not be the right one, and they will lead your entire rows to tank. And especially if you have a lot of clients, okay, and you try to automate all these decisions through an AI within these ad accounts, it's going to be very likely to screw up things here and there, to misinterpret your SOPs. So in terms of media buying, changing budgets, creating campaigns, this is 100% something that I would still always do manually, and it doesn't take up too much of your time. So overall, regarding media buying and data analysis, 100% a 9 out of 10. Claude is insanely helpful here. And once you've got the right messaging set up, the right ads in place, and you're targeting the right customer based on market research, this can actually help you make way more money. Getting there is actually the most important part, because media buying is something that everyone can learn and everyone can automate. But what actually gets you there is market research. Okay, market research is 100% the single most important thing that helped me scale one client from $0 to $220,000, okay, with paid ads only, because we nailed the market. We nailed the product market fit. And we found the one customer that actually wanted what we're selling by defining the right marketing directives. And yeah, I've partially used AI and Claude in this decision-making process, but probably not in the way you thought. So let's get right into how we would do it for Pablo and start absolutely an entire market research, okay, from a six-figure marketer like me, from scratch with the help of AI. Now look, to be able to do market research the right way, we need to have clarity on three things, okay? Number one, what Claude needs to automate for us is ICP clarity. Finding our ideal customer is the most important thing in marketing, okay? Finding our ideal customer is everything. The right messaging, the right person who's in market and wants what we are selling, so we know how to find them and target them through ads, okay? So ICP analysis and clarity is key here. Then the next point is defining our unique selling position, and this stays closely in relation with competitor research. So we need to find out how we can set ourselves apart in the market from our competitors and define our unique selling position so we don't sound like everyone else. We can build our own customer base, and we can be the go-to authority within that niche through that unique selling position, okay? And then we want to take all of these analysis points and craft so-called marketing directives that will then be handed to our team, to our AI agents. So Pablo here, our fake client, is gonna be active in the SaaS coaching niche, okay? So in the software as a service coaching niche. Pablo himself has built a SaaS before, okay? A software that he'd been selling, and now he's coaching other SaaS founders on marketing, on app marketing, on how to run ads, or how to sign SaaS clients, high ticket SaaS, all that stuff, okay? And we're gonna be looking into Pablo's ICP, into his unique selling position and his competitor research together with Claude. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to create a project for Pablo to be able to group this entire data that we have. And as you can see over here, okay, we're just gonna create the project. Then we're gonna add instructions to this project. And these instructions already put you ahead of probably 90% of all the Claude users, because they define what the entire project is about. And Claude will always reference these instructions whenever it's performing a task. So as you can see, you're the best copywriter, marketing strategist. Your job is to perform a high-ticket marketing agency task here for Pablo, an exited SaaS founder, and so on. And now we save this instruction, so this entire project already knows what it's about. And now it's all about filling this project with the right files. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop all the sales call transcripts in here. I'm gonna drop all the YouTube transcripts in here. And I'm gonna drop all the type form responses in here in the project knowledge. So as you can see, we've now got an entire project filled with responses, sales call transcripts, and YouTube videos. And now the first task that we will perform is we're gonna run an ICP profile skill. This is an entire Claude skill that I built in my skills. And as you can see over here, this skill is gonna analyze the entire ICP, the core demographics, their pain points, their online behavior, like literally every single thing. And it's gonna build us an ICP document so we know exactly who to target. So yeah, we're just gonna hit run and run that skill. And as you can see, Claude is now pulling the entire sales call data from the project. It knows exactly what it should do. It's synthesizing the rich data and is already building an entire ICP profile. All right, so Claude just finished the entire ICP profile. We're gonna have a look at it And first of all, the demographic. So he's technical or product first founder, 30 to 45, who built something really with his own hands. The bulk of his audience sits at 20 to 50K MMR, okay? So as you can see over here, he's everything at once, the CTO, the CEO, AE, and the support team escalation path. We're 3 people and I'm support, product, and sales. There's no Slack in the system, so definitely a massive pain point here that we could leverage. You're everything in your business. Everything depends on you, okay? Okay, as you can see over here, he's been burned before as well, so another pain point that we could leverage over here. And we even see an entire raw internal monologue. So he has no clarity how to actually acquire leads for his business. We see where he gets his information from: indie hackers, RSAS, Reddit, basically. Oh, this is a big pain point here. Very well done, Claude. We've just written word of mouth for 3 years and I keep hoping it scales. Very big thing here. A lot of people who just rely on word of mouth, on referrals, who don't actually know how to acquire leads. So altogether, maybe a bit AI sloppy here and there, but you got to keep in mind that the input here was also AI generated. So overall, very well done. And we're definitely going to add this to the project. As you can see over here, added, and very good ICP research. So the next thing that we need to do is competitor research. So what are our competitors do? And I've built a crazy skill for that, guys. So this is a skill that has access to something called Firecrawl API key. Firecrawl allows us, as you can see over here, Firecrawl allows us to scan the entire web, to scrape data, okay, to make API calls. So we can basically scrape the entire web with a Firecrawl API key, see exactly what our competitors doing. It's gonna acquire data for us based on events happening in the SaaS niche. So macro events in the market that will heavily influence our ideal customer that we can leverage in our marketing. It will analyze competitors, it will compare to Pablo, and will tell us where his unique selling position is. So it's basically gonna scrape the entire web based on the scope that we defined in our skill. So I'm just gonna run it, competitor research, and I'm gonna show you the output in a second. Yeah, competitor research is key to find out what angles are already oversaturated in this market and where there's an opening, where there's a gap that you can actually fill with your unique selling position. So what we can see over here, it even found Dan Martell, the category leader. Dan Martell's SaaS Academy was acquired by Precision in Feb 2026 and pivoted to an AI platform. Okay, so now an honest review of this market intelligence reports. So the Dan Martell angle is a strong angle. Basically, Dan Martell, the industry leader, got swapped out with the human coaching, got swapped out with an AI COO. And the white space that opens over here, as you can see, the human judgment lane just emptied out with SaaS Academy getting acquired. The biggest brand in the category is now less human. So especially here, being human and offering a person to do the coaching for you is a big position here. So raw and authenticity. So overall, I would say a solid analysis, could have been far better in my opinion. So didn't get anything game changing here, to be absolutely honest. But yeah, it's definitely worth some angles that we could leverage. The thing with Dan Martell is very, very interesting. And to finish off this entire Claude analysis, what we're going to do right now is run another brand story skill that's going to analyze Pablo's brand story so we can leverage it in our marketing. And we're going to run another brand voice skill. But to be absolutely honest and to give you guys an honest opinion, and this is exactly why I'm here, I think personally that the AI research was really sloppy. Maybe this was because of the sources we had and because the skill could still have been refined. But anyways, an AI is really struggling to identify the key angles in the marketing, and that's especially where a human brain is gonna cook. So as you can see, I love to get all of my information from Reddit because especially for founders, Reddit is a great resource to find advice on how to scale. So I just literally searched how to scale your SaaS business. And as you can see over here, we're instantly getting a Reddit tweet here. What's your biggest challenge when scaling a SaaS product? Hey everyone, I've been working in the SaaS space for a while. I'm curious to hear, is finding new products and building up sales, keeping customers from leaving or reducing churn, balancing product development with customer feedback, navigating the complexity of pricing models, handling the tech side. So we instantly get like 10 points that we could leverage. So acquiring new customers, finding new customers. This would instantly be a new angle that we can use in our marketing, finding new customers. Then keeping customers, so churn rate, okay? This is a massive thing in the SaaS world. Then we've got product development and customer feedback, navigating the complexity of pricing models, okay? So the complexity and also the tech side of things. So from one single Google search, I instantly identify 5 angles that we can use in our marketing. And then we've got more pain points here. You'll be tweaking things nonstop, shifting the foundation while you're still trying to figure it out if your value props hold water and whether you can lock down product market fit. Insane value that we're literally getting just from this single one tweet, which would be a massive pain point. I could literally take an ad that starts with, okay, so let's be real, getting you first customers for your SaaS business and proving your product in the market is tough as hell. You're probably tweaking things nonstop, you're shifting the foundation while you're still trying to figure out if your value props hold water and whether you can lock down your product market fit. That's the exact journey that I went through. This would be an entire ad angle that I just got from this single Reddit tweet, okay? And this is way more effective than the entire AI research that we've just done. 5 minutes of human brain. So yeah, guys, to be absolutely honest with you guys, in terms of market research, I would probably give Claude a 5 out of 10. In terms of summarizing data when the data input is already good, it's definitely probably a 7 out of 10 because it just helps you summarize this data so clearly. But when it comes to acquiring new information, AI seems to suck and misunderstand what to actually look for. And as you can see, we've used an entire scraper, we've used Firecrawl API, and it really didn't figure out game-changing angles here that we could leverage in our marketing. So in terms of this, I would probably give it a 3 out of 10. In terms of acquiring new information. And overall, this would make a 5 out of 10 here. I really think since ICP research and really defining your entire messaging is the most important thing of your entire business. Like this is gonna determine months of marketing work. This is where you shouldn't rely on AI. You can use AI to summarize your sales call data, but you shouldn't use it to define your entire ICP docs, your marketing research, and then build your ads based on that, because the more AI input you use, the worse your AI ads will be because they're gonna be based on that input. So ICP research should 100% be done manually because it's the highest leverage thing, the highest ROI thing that you have. Watch those YouTube videos yourself, go to Reddit, read through stuff, get yourself a coffee, okay, 2 hours invested, but don't rely on Claude here. So this is definitely a fail in my opinion. And that's something that all these AI YouTubers never tell you. They tell you you can craft 1,000 ads, but yeah, if you don't have your messaging nailed, just think about it. If I would have used this entire input that it gave me for my ads, it would have absolutely sucked. The ads would have been so bad because the message doesn't resonate with anyone in this space.
But this entire market research is useless if you don't know how to actually convert it into assets that get you more clients. So in plain English, how to write fucking good ads. And that's everything that I'm doing. I've written ads where one ad alone, one single ad where I literally invested 5 minutes of copywriting in, has generated us over $150,000 in revenue for one client. I know exactly how to write ads that are winning, that are targeting the right customer with the right messaging, and that have a freaking good hook rate, okay? I'm consistently seeing 3% click-through rates on my ads, up to 40% hook rates, and more than 15% retention rates. Now, I'm not always doing everything manually. Claude is assisting me and refining my ad creation process. But can it really replace me as 6-figure ad copywriter? We're gonna find it out right now.
Look, so now when it comes to ad copywriting, every single word needs to earn its place. Every single word needs to be intentional and move the lead closer to performing your desired action, which could be booking a call or signing up for a workshop or purchasing directly. Your ad needs to have a high hook rate. But not only this, it needs to hook qualified leads, ideally your ICP, okay? It needs to hook leads that have money to invest, so the entire language in the ad shouldn't resonate with broke leads. It also needs to have a high retention, so most of the leads get until the CTA, and it needs to be a native ad. So we generally see native ads that look native to the platform that we're advertising on, in this case Instagram or Facebook. So ads that look like Reels and like normal content out there on this platform absolutely cook. Now it doesn't only need to look native, it needs to sound native, and to sound native, it shouldn't sound AI written. You get where I'm coming from? So let's look how native Claude can actually sound with the right skills. Okay, now we're in Pablo's project once again. I've actually designed an entire video ad copywriting skill that contains all the data and all the SOPs, okay, how I generally tend to write 6-figure ad copy. Now, can Claude understand these SOPs and really use them to write ads that can replace my level of copywriting? We're gonna look at it. It will scan the project right now and it's gonna ask us some questions, and let's see how good the actual output is gonna be. Okay, as you can see right here, part of the skill is that it asks us exactly what we should go with, like how this kind of ad should work. We want to go with new from scratch, talking head, Pablo to camera, and we wanted to produce, I would say, 3 ads. Generally, when we ask Claude to produce less outputs, the outputs tend to be higher quality. As you can see, it's reading all the reference files within this skill right now, reading targeting, lead quality, and it's even gonna check Notion if we have some existing ads. We don't have some ads, so it's gonna understand this in just a second. Just that you understand that I'm really handing Claude a very advanced skill here. And here we go. As you can see over here, it's just starting with the ad output. So number 1 is the math problem. Okay, very interesting. We're gonna have a look at this in a second. And then we've got another one. I'm betting against AI. Okay, very interesting angle. Sounds promising. Now let's actually look at the copy. So number 1, pull up your calendar right now and count the demo calls. If most of them have your name on them, you don't have a marketing problem. What? You have a math problem. This hook makes absolutely no sense. Here's the math. Claude wants to say you have a massive problem if you're closing all of your deals yourself, but it could have simply said, if you're a sales founder and you're still closing all your deals yourself, you probably should do the math once again, right? So stuff like that, but it really starts with pull up your calendar right now and count the demos. Okay, let's continue. You can do maybe 12, 13 demos a week before the product starts slipping and somebody on your team schedules a meeting about your bandwidth. You close 15%, so 3 new customers in a good week. A week there, nothing breaks and something always breaks. Okay, this ad is really, 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 really horrible. Next one. It's 11 at night. You're filling out one of these applications, and if you're being honest, you can't actually say what's broke. The hook starts, and we have no idea what the entire ad is actually about. It's 11 at night, and you're filling out all of these applications. Why doesn't it start with something like, you've got no fucking idea what's actually going wrong in your fast SaaS business? Is it your product, or is it the leads, is it the churn? I like this idea over here, and that's why I actually use AI to ideate, like kind of throwing in all these different questions here, but the hook already is going to lose most of the customers. And that hook right there is the thing nobody in the space will name. Everybody wants to sell you one fix, more leads, a better close rate, an ad guy, but you've got good customer retention is fine, and that's actually quite good, to be absolutely honest, and a number that's been flat for you, and you can generally not tell which lever is stuck. So you do the comfortable thing, you ship 5 more features, hoping it moves, it doesn't. This is really good. Okay, just describing the pain points that the customer is in. Again, so much AI slop over here. So week 1 with us isn't a lesson, it's a diagnosis. The biggest SaaS coaching program in the world just fired its coaches and replaced them with an AI. This is a good hook. I'm not gonna lie, this is a hook that I would use right away. I'm about to bet my whole business on the opposite. Here's their pitch. It breaks. And this is exactly where AI fails nowadays. Even if you give it a humanizer skill. By the way, in my video copywriter skill, there is a humanizer DQ skill in there. And again, it's trained on my copy. But what you should keep in mind, all the people you're showing you really good AI ads output, they're probably writing the ads themselves or engineering them with AI. And then when they plug it in, they don't show you the actual output. Because trust me, I've tested so many different skills and I always see the output suck, okay? To be absolutely honest, I would give Claude a 1 out of 10. 1 for this hook, for this retention part over here, which was quite good. But I will show you right now how to actually write a good ad so that you understand where the difference is.
Okay, guys, so now I'm going to write an ad from scratch live. Okay, I'm just going to put a time lapse on this, but this will be entirely live. I've never written an ad in SaaS coaching niche, but in this video, I'm going to show you how it's actually done. Okay, we're going to get right into it. I've already thought about a hook. Now it's time to execute and really nail that messaging. So let's get right into it.
All right, guys, so I just finished writing the entire ad, okay, with my wonderful handwritten copy here. Now, anyways, I'm going to read it out loud so you can see the exact difference between handwritten copy and Claude AI-generated copy, and you will probably understand why I'm saying this is where Claude probably still sucks. So, Pablo ad. Does getting those first customers for your SaaS business make you want to throw your laptop out of the window? Let me guess, you've probably sent thousands of cold emails or automated Instagram DMs, you've bought some B2B lead list or even built an N8N lead scraper. You got excited, sent your SaaS pitch, and then no replies. You're refreshing your inbox. That's silence. So you're back second guessing literally everything. Your pitch, your pricing, your product market fit. And look, that's really the exact situation that I was in when I started my $10 million SaaS journey. The truth is that your product is probably fine. It's not the features. It's your acquisition channel. You're mass spamming strangers who'd never ask for what you're selling. What you need is a channel to target those potential customers who already want your product. Just think about it. I call this trust authority channel. You start getting in front of the right leads through content native ads and founder reels, videos where you demonstrate your product, your features, and the benefits for your ideal customer. Installing a trust authority channel is exactly what helped my client Tom scale from 10K to 50K MRR without ever sending a cold email. If you're done getting ghosted and done second guessing, click below to watch a free training where I show you exactly how I've had over 300 SaaS founders scale their business to 50K MRR. Below, you find an option to apply to work with me. Can you see how different, how native, how cool this entire ad is? And this is really the winning formula that we're using across all of our clients to create ads that generated us up to $150,000. And it's no comparison to the entire Claude generated output. Now, you could produce 100 AI ads with Claude in one single day, but if they sound like the ones that I just produced with the skill based on our SOPs, or maybe even a bit better, let's say they sound 5 times better, they still way worse than this one human written ad. And as I said, you only need one killer ad that can alone take you to up to $100,000 a month, okay? So ads, first of all, need to sound casual. They need to sound native, like a real normal human being, okay? So overall, I would give Claude a 1 out of 10 in terms of ad copywriting. Now, this is just when you let Claude generate the ads from scratch for you. What I generally like to do, and that's why I said I'm using Claude every single day for my ads, basically building the skeleton. So I'm building the main messaging, the main angle that we want to go with, or I use Claude to ideate this angle because it has all the information about me. So Claude is going to come up with some angles for me, okay, ideation, right? I just basically ask Claude, hey Claude, connect to my Notion. These are the ads that we've already written before. Now please let's ideate some new angles that match this winning messaging but still sound different, okay? Then we're gonna ideate together, and then I will generally craft a hook myself, or I will ask Claude for some hook ideas, pick the winning one, okay? And then I will give it bullet points for the skeleton. So I'm gonna craft something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullet points. I'm gonna say something like, yo, for example here, a hook is getting those first customers for your SaaS business want to make you throw your laptop out the window. And then I would say something like, bullet point, you sent 1,000 emails, pain. You've bought a lead list, pain. You're second guessing, pain, okay? And I would basically map out the bullet points for this ad, and I would just use Claude to build out the ad, or essentially refine it when I speak it. So what I like to do, I really like to speak those ads out loud so they sound native, as if I would have told it to a friend or whatsoever, because that's exactly how your ad should sound native. Overall, Claude is really, really helpful in terms of ad ideation, so I would give it a 4 out of 10 for that. Yeah, so to bring it home, can AI actually replace a marketing agency, as all these AI hype YouTubers have been saying? Well, look, now we've got the full answer. We've looked at how Claude performs as a data analyst and as a media buyer. We've looked at Claude's ICP and market research skills, and we've looked at Claude's copywriting power. And the honest feedback is that Claude is absolutely crushing data analysis, taking data from a bunch of different points, MCPs, apps, integrating it, okay, and crafting one dashboard that has everything concise together is a genuine superpower, okay? Sending data reports, updating your clients, tracking. This is where AI really can save you dozens of hours every single week. But when it comes to actually understanding your customer, defining their clear pain points and talking like they speak, okay, rephrasing their pain points in their exact same language, this is where everything falls apart. Claude alone is not able to create really high converting, excellent ads, okay? And if you're just relying on Claude for your entire ad strategy, you're probably gonna make some tech billionaires a lot richer, but the entire strategy will fall apart. So can Claude actually replace a marketing agency? Definitely not, and it shouldn't. But can Claude actually assist you and make your work more effective so you have a higher ROI on time 100%. And that's exactly why those businesses that are gonna integrate Claude actively in their business and use it where it's actually good at are gonna crush those who are still relying on doing everything by hand. You shouldn't think about Claude as the CEO, you should think about Claude as the employee that has certain strengths and weaknesses. And your task as a CEO is to use it in an effective manner for your business. That's definitely what I'm gonna be doing in our marketing agency. Like and subscribe to this channel for more. If you want us guys to install our own traffic acquisition system, show up systems, AI infrastructure, webinar funnels, VSL funnels in your own business, based on our results, how we've helped 3 other high-ticket businesses scale to over $100,000 a month, some of them even at $200,000 a month, then feel free to reach out to me in my DMs. It's Simon.Asman on Instagram, or feel free to directly book in a call with me. Just click the calendar link in my description and I see you there.